everyone, welcome back to Katelyn's Kitchen, where the non-cook teaches you how to cook. Sounds like a good plan, right? So I have these clients that brought me these amazing huckleberries from the Flathead area. They smell so good. So I'm gonna teach y'all how to make a huckleberry cobbler. I've made this cobbler maybe like 4 times in my life, and it's been years, so you trust me, right? So the first thing we're gonna do, I mash my berries because I don't like the texture of a full berry. Like, I'm not a pie person. I know it's weird, like why would I do it? But I love the flavor, so I like to mash them. You don't have to do all the way, I just give them like just enough so the juice is releasing. And normally you would want to add lemon juice in here to kind of open them up. I don't have any lemons, so I'm improvising and using some white balsamic. Should work, right? It's acidic-y. I'll let you know if it's a failure. So I just did maybe 2 teaspoons at a time. Then we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, half a cup of sugar. Stir this up. You just want the berries to be coated. This is gonna help make that thicker consistency. I think, I don't know, I'm kind of making this up. So once you have this all stirred, you're gonna put them in your pre-greased and floured pan. I don't know if it actually works to flour your pan, but it was the one thing I remembered from my grandma. She told me always grease your pan and then flour it. It's supposed to help with not sticking. I mean, it's the one thing that's stuck with me, so I do it. I think it works, but I don't know. So I'm gonna put this in our pot. All right, and then we'll move on to the dough. So doesn't that look good? It smells so good. Berries and sugar, what could go wrong? So we've got 1.5 cups of flour. And then we're gonna take 6 tablespoons of butter, and we're gonna slowly work them in. They say to use a beater or a blender, you know. If some of y'all have one of those fancy KitchenAids, you probably use that and it'd be awesome. I'm gonna use my hands because that's the only way I know how to do it. And it might seem gross, but I actually kind of, I don't know, there's something about like making dough with your hands. It just feels more like reminds me of grandma making rolls, you know? So once we get them all in, and you just want the dough's gonna be kind of like connected. I don't know if you can see that. It's not quite put together yet. It's just a little bit more connected. Then we're gonna add heavy whipping cream, 3/4 cup. The thicker the better. I'm actually gonna stir this one because it gets messy. And this is gonna really soften your dough. I think the recipes with the heavy whipping cream are the best. They just give it such a fluffy flavor. It's so good and it's so simple. This is seriously one of the simplest desserts to make, and it's so good. Unless you're like my friend Kenya that doesn't like butter. Okay, so now that this is mixed, make sure that it's all in there good. So now, you just take apart the dough and just drop it on top. The messier and the funkier, the better. It's supposed to naturally rise and be shaped uniquely. You know I'm making this up, right? First thing I did that I forgot to tell you guys, preheat your oven to 350. We're gonna bake this bad boy for about 20 minutes, but I like to keep an eye on it because I don't like my dough to be super crispy. I want it to be golden, but still soft. And then of course you wanna add a scoop of ice cream to really savor the moment. I mean, who doesn't want to bake in the middle of summer on 80-degree days in Montana where no one has AC? It's the perfect pastime, right? So you can see that mine looks a little messy. I'm gonna stick it in the oven and it's gonna be perfect. I can't wait to show you guys.